On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, Josh and I head to the dyno to dyno his Trailblazer. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and today we're here in the tank driving along. Are we calling it the tank? I don't.
Sounds appropriate. The battle wagon. The
battle wagon. I like that more. The here to be named truck or something like that. And we're heading to Polk Performance, where the Trailblazer is already sitting over there. It's on the dyno. The engine we just built, that 408 stroker. It's time to get some numbers out of that thing. So I am excited. I can't wait to see this. What were the old numbers?
365 horse, 375 torque.
At the wheels.
At the wheel.
So today we should see a 500 wheel.
I would be happy with that. I would be happy with that.
I did forget to bring the saws on in case you need to remove some exhaust restriction.
Free up some exhaust.
Yeah. It's a lot freer flowing now.
The Milwaukee exhaust cut out?
That's right. That's right. It only works once. But yeah, we will see you guys at the dyno. Before we show you these dyno numbers, I need to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Hawthorne. Are you tired of getting accosted by those cologne guys in the mall? Are you tired of having to sprint away from their kiosks when they start yelling at you? Well, that is where Hawthorne, the sponsor of today's video, comes in. Hawthorne is a premium tailored cologne brand that is making it easy for guys to feel and smell their best. With Hawthorne, it was actually really easy to get my colognes. You hop online, you take a quick quiz, and then this shows up. And we've got a box. And inside that box, we've got a box. It also comes with this personalized card that talks about exactly what scent they make for you. Take the quiz, put in some details about your life, how you work, and what you like to drink, you know, what do you do at night, things like that. And they send you this. And here we have, I've already opened these, so I tried out the Play cologne already. This is my work cologne and my Play cologne. They send you 2 colognes, custom tailored to you, based on the quiz. And I haven't tried this one yet, but this one is amazing. I absolutely love it. Let's spray this one real quick. This is the work cologne. Let's try this out. That's good. That's actually really good. You guys should definitely give them a shot, and to make the deal even better, if you use code WATCHJRGO, I'll drop a link in the description below, hawthorne.co/WATCHJRGO, they'll give you 10% off your order today. It's the guy trick. Spray some cologne in your car so your car smells like you. I mean, you know how it's done. It's on the dyno, backing it up onto the rollers. This thing runs so rich. Smells kind of good, but gives you a headache after a minute. And we are absolutely going to disregard the fact that we took the oil pan off and changed the main bearings on the dyno last night. Dyno pulls are, well, there's 2 different definitions of dyno pulls, right? So the truck's been idling on the dyno for around 15 minutes now. He's letting it go all the way up to temp and doing a full heat cycle to kind of break in those main bearings before it actually gets run. Especially run hard, because today is full throttle tuning day. Dave spent the last few days dialing in the cold start and all the low RPM tuning. It looks like he's firing up the rollers though.
Yeah, if you're in the Wichita area, Dave takes his time, does it right. It's not like a 2-hour in and out.
Yeah.
You're a cow, he's just trying to make $1 off of you.
This is your guy.
He'll keep it for a couple days, do cold start, do road test, take you on a drive. You can set your shift points and your permits.
Yep.
It's awesome.
He's got, what, like 2 days in it already. That's a lot of tuning time.
Yep.
So this thing should run like none other by the end of the night. Here's the first run up. There's some cool stuff over here too. Here's a SRT8 charger, little Pro Charger P1 on it. That's probably gonna be a monster of a car. Look how good it looks. A perfectly stock SRT8 charger. No, like no aftermarket wheels, nothing ridiculous, just clean and fast. I love it. That'd be a cool daily. And then, oh yeah, there's this, which is probably quick. They said 8s. Got some Brodix heads, a power glide, little MSD action, dial in, some race gas down in there, CO2 for the air shifter, and a fun little cockpit. One of my life goals is to make just one pass, maybe 2 down a drag strip and a dragster. It sounds fun. I don't even care if it's a fast one, I just want to go down the track once. Must be throttle tipping or something. Maybe. It sure seemed like it lit up though. That was good. You know? The word is it's time to start tuning with a little more RPM. So he's gonna start taking it up right about now. Here we go. How much air is getting sucked through that titanium filter. It sounds like a Pro Charger F1 or something. So much.
Got up into here, this is when I started hearing some noise. 15, 18, 23, we're at 2,600 RPMs. And so yeah, it was dithering back and forth real fast, so I wasn't too worried, thinking, okay, pressure sensor. But then I start hearing noise and vibration, so I gotta believe it's right. We get up into here on the bigger end when I'm revving it, and that's right here. 33 and 30, but then it's bouncing up and down real quick, you know what I mean? Like it's pulsing.
Well, to make this adventure more exciting, the biggest number that came out today was 13, I think. Oil pressure.
PSI.
PSI. So, of course, the old bearings that went into the engine were wrong because there's tons and tons and tons of LS bearings sitting in the shop, and we put oversized ones in it because they were coming out of the box that we were supplying that engine with, and it turns out they were the wrong box. So eventually it deposited a bunch of metal on the crank, swapped out the bearings, knocked that metal off, everything seemed like it was good. 60, 70 pounds of oil pressure when we started today, like tons of oil pressure.
Yep.
It looked perfect. And after he ran it for a while, what was that, like
10 minutes? 15 minutes?
I think he had that thing, we were probably sitting there with it running for 30, 45 minutes.
Right.
And then he was saying that the oil pressure got spotty. And then he started to do the high RPM tuning, and as soon as he came up in the RPM range a little bit, he was like, oil pressure is somewhere between 30 and 13, and it's just jumping all over the place. And he's got the data log and HP tuners. That's what we were looking at there, and that's just sketchy. So he was like, let's shut it down. You should probably work on it some more. So we just need to pull that engine back out real fast.
Yeah.
And put some more bearings in it. Here we are in the tank, or the battle cruiser. What do we call it?
The war? I don't even know.
The war wagon.
The war pig? I don't even know.
Yeah, we've got the trailer hooked up. We just pulled it out of the neighborhood here, and we are heading back to the dyno shop to load the Trailblazer up because we do not want to drive it if it's actually hurt. So We're gonna find out. Also, the 7-pin connector was kind of garbage when I got the truck, so I cleaned it up just now, and we had trailer lights. So that's the first time that we've had trailer lights pulling with this. It needs to, the whole pigtail needs replaced for sure. All right, the Trailblazer is all loaded up. This is gonna be the heaviest thing we've had behind the Titan so far, so we're gonna figure out how well it tows. A lot of weight on the Titan too. This thing probably needs helper bags. It's gonna pull things around like this, but I think we got it. We're not going too far today, so let's go try it out. Also, I have no trailer brakes. I really need a trailer brake controller for this. A trailer brake controller and an install video for the Titan were on my to-do list before we went to Cleetus and Cars, but we didn't take it, and the Ford, of course, has a built-in one. Almost all the new trucks have built-in trailer brake controllers, so I wasn't too worried about it. Oh, and now a taillight quit. This taillight's real flaky. I need to put a bulb in it. Come on, girl. Time to put a bulb in it. This tire looked a little bit low, so we made a quick Home Depot run to get something I've always wanted, and it's the Milwaukee air compressor. Look at that, it's super low. What should we set that to? Set it to
400?
Okay, all the way up.
Thing.
No, I think it stops at like 100 PSI. But all we have to do is type in the number. Yeah, this was in like one of the earliest videos I ever did. We'll set it to like 65 for now and push inflate. And then we walk away and it'll shut off when the tire's aired up. Give it 2 minutes. Uh-oh, I ran the air compressor out of battery. It got to 55. Let's get this thing off here real quick. I just had the slightly dead battery off the ratchet we just used on the Trailblazer for 2 days, but we got it almost all the way up. 55 pounds in a couple minutes, and we're good to go. Let's get out of here. This thing, oh, I love it so much. It does all your basketballs and stuff. It's just something I fell in love with like 2 years ago and never bought it until today because I had to have it. All right, we just pulled the Ranger out of the garage. Ran great. We're gonna pull the Trailblazer off the trailer now. I think everything's ready. Got the ramps set up, got the straps put away. Go time. This thing does sound good. So even the tuner was like, I love the truck, man. When it's cold, it's absolutely perfect too. Overall, sad end to the day that was supposed to make 500 plus on the dyno, but whatever, things break, fix them, put them back.
Well, that oil looks actually really cool. It looks brand new coming out of the tube and not so brand new in the pan. Dang. It kind of looks like a chocolate factory where it's just kind of waving out.
Not the kind of chocolate you want.
No, not delicious.
This is not a golden ticket moment.
I told you to look cool, man. Oh.
That's normal, right?
Yep.
That's total normal break-in.
It is. I guess it is sort of a break-in, which is kind of...
It is broke in.
Yeah, it's also broke.
Yeah, hyphen in. Broke in.
Well, I guess we will rip this thing back out real fast and go through it, have the crank checked, everything like that. Get the rods checked, everything's gonna get double checked this time, and then rebearing it, and it can go back together and run perfectly. So we've got the oil draining out of the TBSS, getting ready to pull it. Of course, the biggest problem is draining the coolant. If the coolant is the biggest nightmare. Of course, it just goes everywhere, and then you have to clean up a huge mess every time, and it never stops draining out. Getting the engine out is like a couple minute process, honestly. But I think we might just live stream that instead of making a video about it because we pull a lot of LS engines and this is one of the easiest ones in the world. Soon we'll get this truck back on the dyno and actually get some numbers out of it. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shopwatchsharego.com where you can get cool shirts like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time.